Okay. Let's take a deep breath in and begin meditation with the clear intention, I am here. And when you establish that, and you get grounded, you become aware of your auric field and all of your chakras, I want you also to be aware of what you are sending outward. This means observing yourself, becoming the meditator, the receiver, and observing yourself being the participant, the contributor. If this meditation and the environment of your consciousness is unfolding, is being experienced only because you are present, then you must be bringing something to it for you to be receiving from it. So as you become more relaxed and more aware of yourself, as the meditator, I am present here and now, my energy system is open and receptive, become aware of the mutuality of the experience and what are you contributing, what are you giving and therefore receiving. What have you brought to the experience that has made it real for you? So already on the physical plane, we know you have brought your physical body into a space, that you have been listening in this space, that you have been analyzing and thinking while listening in this space. Already you have an awareness that there are others, other souls, other beings, other egos, other students, other meditators in this space. This is what you have brought to it so far, individually and as a group. You may also have brought your willingness to learn. You may have brought your intention to meditate. You may have brought a desire to relax. You may have brought a desire to go to sleep. And there, sitting quietly with yourself, within yourself, check, what have you brought to this experience? What have you brought from within yourself to create your experience of a common event? And if you cannot find something, or think of something, or feel something beyond those already stated, then now is the moment in which you take a breath in, get present, and live intentionally. Bring your intention to the fore. I intend to meditate and receive this. I intend to meditate and contribute that. I intend to meditate and remain focused on the guidance. I intend to meditate and experience how the information is absorbed in my physical body, my emotional body, my mental body and spiritual body. I intend to experience and observe simultaneously. I intend to allow any shifts and changes as they unfold to unfold without question, without reasoning, without attachment, without judgment. I intend to practice acceptance. And these are all suggestions at the very beginning of this meditation, at the very beginning of the process of living intentionally. And check with yourself if you are aligned with any of those suggestions. And if you have any other intentions that are yours, uniquely yours, bring them to the fore. Place them there in your own auric field, that all of your bodies and all of your chakras may align with them. And when you have done that, experience that moment of intention. Step back from it, back into observer space, and clarify. Check. Are you in fact more receptive? Are you in fact more present? Is there a feeling of something flowing outward from you in an act of giving? Are you radiating something outward and giving of yourself even as you have opened yourself up to receiving? Are you living the intention of being the experiencer and the observer simultaneously? And if you are not, be kind to yourself and come back to it. Breathe in, become the experiencer and the observer. I watch my experience. I watch what I am doing. I watch what I am feeling. I am aware of the process in which I am engaging, even as I engage in it. I am present in the now moment as both. But be kind to yourself as you bring yourself to that moment again, to that new beginning again. And if you find yourself going off on a detour, you find yourself nodding off to sleep, bring yourself back. I am living intentionally. I am meditating. This is my action now, intentionally. And do it kindly, doing it lovingly, I begin again to experience and observe. I awaken my conscious mind and subconscious mind and unconscious mind to this one intention: to meditate, to experience and observe simultaneously. I align with my superconscious self so that all of me that is intelligence is focused in this moment of experiencing and observing. I, the meditator, I gather myself unto myself to this moment. And in this moment, breathing, relaxing, being intentional, I can take a holistic view of myself. I can intuitively choose direction, changes, shifts, resolutions, plans. So here, where I am the experiencer and the observer, finish the sentence. I choose to change one aspect of my behavior by. And when you have completed the sentence, let us experience the choice as a feeling. I choose to shift one aspect of my behavior by. That statement that completes the sentence. If it is an action, how does that action feel? If it is a thought process, how does that feel? If it is a shift of attitude, how does that feel? If it is merely a making more of what is present, how does that feel? Does it feel good? Does it feel right? Does it feel true? Or is it merely rational and reasonable? And if you lived it intentionally, moment by moment, within yourself and with others, does it fit into your everyday life? Does it fit into your relationship with yourself and others? Does it add to a sacred space that is you? Do you feel more powerful within yourself, as you contemplate it? Does it hold any element of being a punishment, of being a deprivation, of a making less of you in order to become more? Does it hold any nuance of a burden being set aside? Does it hold relief? Does it feel like a kindness to self? So let us go back in this new moment as we are living intentionally, being the experiencer and the observer. I choose to uplift and empower myself by changing one aspect of my behavior. I choose to. And how does it feel? Does it make sense to all of your senses? Does it make sense to all of your extra perceptual senses? Does it make sense to your emotional intelligence and your spiritual intelligence? And if it makes sense to those, if you feel more peaceful with it, keep it. Write it down in your brain in big, large letters. Inscribe it on your heart. Keep it. Ask your guides to remind you of it. Ask your angels to keep it in your awareness. Ask Spirit to produce all of the experiences through which you may live it fully. And if it doesn't feel right, dump it. Start again. Come back to this moment, taking a deep breath in and living intentionally. I choose for myself in the year ahead to shift and change by. And as you're experiencing and observing, you may have experienced how the meditation is turned on itself over and over and over, like life. And you may have observed how the use of the word has changed, despite the fact that we have had a repetitive experience. You may have observed that every time we have returned to a new beginning. You may have observed that all we have done is practice meeting a moment repetitively. That all we have done is practiced meeting a moment repetitively and setting an intention from there. Renewing an intention there. Living an intention there. Or you may have observed nothing at all. You may have disappeared into the ether and completely forgotten that this meditation was about living intentionally. And if you have gone into the ether, then you will practice. And practice some more. In real life and in meditation, to be both the experiencer and the observer. And that even as you're experiencing and observing, and shifting and changing and informing the moment, you will be living intentionally. So in this new moment, take a deep breath in, set a clear intention to get as grounded as possible for the entire experience and all of your observations to become integrated within you and to inform future meditation practice. future living practice, future being intentional practice. And then relax. Just relax and breathe. Be in a moment of rest. Be in a moment of deeply realizing the nature of intention as both an experience and an observation of self, an ever fluctuating, becoming moment. Realize deeply within yourself that there is only management of self, that there is no control, that there is no projection, that there is no outcome. When you are ready, you may breathe in nice and deep, gather yourself once more into a full awareness of being present here and now.